Hey there, Sagittarius, Ashley here. We're going to be doing your reading for the week of August 22nd, specifically focusing in on the energies coming through for the new moon, full moon in Aquarius that's happening on the 22nd, and just how that's impacting your energy, your specific situation. We're going to look at past, present, and future just to get an idea of where you've been and where you're going. I do recommend you check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get a full picture of what's going on for you this week. And remember to like and subscribe. If it does resonate, I'd love to hear from you down below in the comments. Alright, so we're going to do 9-card spread and then get some clarification here. Alright, so we're getting the 3 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the Emperor. The Lovers, the Page of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Just my initial impression is that you've probably been waiting to communicate with someone and make them an offer. Some sort of soulmate, perhaps even a counterpart that you have had your eye on. And I think you've been kind of hanging back and trying to decide if it's a good idea to go ahead and communicate with this person, because it does seem like something that you want, but I think there's been some hesitancy, like some mental turmoil about whether or not it's a good idea. Now that's just initially what I'm seeing. We'll get some clarifiers. We do have the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so could be feeling a little bit guarded, not wanting to open up to this person. If that's not your story, we'll get some more clarification here, and I will also read for career if it comes through. So we will see what we get. Okay, so this first card is called Chop Wood, and it is in the reverse. I'll show it to you in the upright. And it's essentially taking like grounded, tangible action on tasks, or, just kind of getting to work. And it's similar to this Earth Keeper that's coming through in the future position, like grounded action, right? And when it's in the reverse, this chopped wood, it's kind of like almost having like a dreamy, it's almost like you're just visualizing still about this particular scenario. So in the past, it doesn't feel like you've taken action. You've kind of just been almost daydreaming about this, just kind of thinking about it. One of the terms in the book for this card is called armchair astronaut. And it just talks about kind of kicking back and really thinking about and fantasizing, really. And we have the 3 of Wands, the Lovers, and the 9 of Cups. So in some way, you've kind of been waiting, kind of like thinking about what it is you want in a partnership. This could already be with a specific person that you have in mind. Because to you, they are a dream come true. So you've definitely been in this dreaming kind of energy. So let's get some clarifiers here. Why do we have the Three of Wands? Yeah, Four of Swords. Been kind of reflecting, keeping silent. And the Two of Swords. So kind of avoiding communication, trying to decide whether or not to speak up. With the Lovers, we're getting the Magician. So all that daydreaming and that kind of thing, you're really trying to manifest the scenario that you want to happen. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Something stable, abundant, family connection, someone you can work with to build, you know, like your family legacy, to build something that will be stable for generations to come. Could also be, you know, financial security with this person. You know, kind of just like the dream that most people have, which is like a lifelong partnership that is successful in both love and finances. So that's really nice. Let's look at the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Wands. And the King of Wands. I think that you've kind of been... It's almost like you've kind of been put through the ringer in the past. Like that Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. And you've been dreaming about this. You've been wanting to speak up and kind of express yourself. But you've also been a little bit guarded. And it does feel like it's probably because of something that you've experienced in the past. You know, we don't get to wounded warrior stage if we haven't been through the ringer, right? We kind of get there because we fought past battles, and, you know, it kind of guards our heart. But I do feel like with the King of Wands here, which I see as you, Sagittarius, the King of Wands is very nurturing of things that he's passionate about. You know, he's willing to put in the effort to create something and work on something that needs, you know, time to grow. If this is career related, I do feel like you've kind of just been thinking about what it is you wanted to build next in your life. Like you've been wanting some sort of expansion from where you've been in the past. And really wanting something that speaks to your soul, something that connects with you, and, you know, kind of like the divine skills that you came into this life with. And definitely wanting to build your own abundance and security. And I think that you're still kind of in this phase of deciding at this time in the past, you were in this phase of kind of still deciding what you wanted or exactly how it would look. All right, in the present moment we have air. It says fly free. Now air and this shape here, I can't recall the name of it. It's like two pyramids fused together. Is related to the throat chakra. So air signs, we do have a lot of swords on the board, so you could be dealing with an air sign. But it speaks to communication, you know, opening up that throat chakra, speaking your truth. And also too, with the fly free and the bird here in the picture, it's about seeing from a bigger perspective, kind of going higher and seeing the bigger picture, which for Sagittarius is not a difficult thing to do. In fact, it it is one of your fortes. So, Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Swords. This Page of Swords is looking directly at the Lovers. Like, from the sidelines, do I say something? Do I communicate? You could already have your eye on this person, kind of watching them from a distance, maybe scoping out their social media. Not to call you out, Sagittarius. They could be spying on you. But still not quite. I mean, there might be some slight communication here, like text messages, emails, that kind of thing. But I don't feel like there's been direct communication yet. I feel like you're still trying to decide if that's the path you want to take. And you're kind of looking back. This Two of Wands. And you see she's got her cell phone in her hand. Like she's perhaps texting, perhaps checking out someone's social media feed and trying to decide if she's going to communicate. But I think there's conflict here, mental conflict. You can kind of see the clouds here in this particular card. It looks like they're kind of speeding past. And to me, that just kind of speaks of maybe a little bit of tumultuous energy, like racing thoughts. So let's see where you are presently. Let's get some more detail here. Alright, why do we have the Two of Wands? Yeah, still reflecting. We have the Hermit. Could be dealing with a Virgo, Gemini, Aries. We have air, water, earth, really everything here. Aries. So, and we also have the Knight of Wands, like trying to decide, are you going to rush in with this wand? It's like you're holding yourself back. Like, this feels like a lot of fire energy that is building up in you, wanting to come forward, but you're like holding back. Why do we have this Page of Swords? We have the Seven of Cups, still trying to decide. And the Fool. So trying to decide if you want this new beginning yourself. And also, like, is it a good idea? I keep getting that for this. There's not really like a specific card that speaks to like that. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Like, do you want this new beginning? We've been through it in the past. Do we already want to kick something off? But also, like, are they going to want this new beginning? You may feel like this person has a lot of options, like has several people interested in them. And that could be part of why you're hesitating. Like, perhaps they already have, like, a bunch of people chasing after them. Or maybe it just seems that way based on checking out their social media. Let's look at this Five of Swords. We have the Tower. And we have the Three of Wands. So I do feel like you're done waiting. I do feel like you're going to speak up. You could see this as a reversal as well. You could see this as they will finally come forward to you. But I really feel like this is probably you, Sagittarius, wanting to communicate with this person. And I do feel like it's going to, like, I've had the Tower come through a lot today with these full moon readings, and that makes sense because the Tower, to me, especially with this lightning and the crown up here, is very Uranus related. Uranus is the planet of shock and breaking free and enlightenment. Like it comes in like this lightning bolt into the crown chakra. And so it like causes this like dawning awareness. And I think that while you've been feeling conflicted about this, I think you're done waiting. I think something is going to zap you into movement. And perhaps it's because you are seeing that this person has a lot of people interested in them. I'm not really getting work from this center row here. You could be reflecting upon and kind of choosing a new soul path, and wanting to go forward with it. But it does still feel like there's this hesitation energy, like perhaps you're not wanting to communicate with your current work or place of business because you're afraid it's going to create drama for you to tell them that you're quitting or whatever. But there's definitely a new start here. But I'm not seeing a lot. I'm like, we have two pentacles. This feels relationship focused. Okay, so in the future we have the Earth Keeper. And really this is just grounded action, like tangible action. It can also be, getting grounded. You've got a ton of swords here. And so it could be that the best guidance at this time is to get out in nature, to spend some time cleaning up your yard, to do some yard work, to, go for a nature hike, and just kind of get grounded in your body and use nature as a way to bring you down out of your head. But for this, I specifically feel like it's about you taking action, like not just in your head space. And we have actually 1, 2, 3 moons on here with the Earth. So, and full moons at that. So I do feel like this full moon is going to kind of zap you into taking some movement. We have the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So I do feel like, this is Aries energy, but it's kind of like bossing up and taking charge, taking control of something. And with the Queen of Swords, like all those clouds are now below her, and she sees clearly. She wants to communicate, she wants to be straight up. And with this Knight of Pentacles, I do feel like you will be either giving or receiving an offer, but I do feel like you probably want to take it a little bit slow just because of this hesitancy you've had. Kind of get to know this person better, or just take things at a slow pace so that it builds a solid foundation. That makes sense? So let's look at some more detail. Why do we have the Emperor? Yep, taking action, communicating. And the Sun could also be dealing with Leo energy here. But I think kind of just bringing forward your truth leads to happiness, enlightenment. It could just be relief that you've spoken up, right? Queen of Swords here. We have the Death card and the Nine of Swords. So I think it's going to, by you speaking your truth and coming forward, it's going to get rid of that stress and worry. And I think kind of like just this clarity will come through. I mean, you've done so much reflecting on this. There's probably no aspect of it you haven't thought about. Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. There it comes. And the Six of Swords. Yeah, so I think like kind of moving into, it's like as soon as you speak your truth, it comes out the other side as like a relief. Like you're kind of moving out of this like troubled mental space and into happiness. So that looks really good, Sagittarius. Exciting. I think that's all I have. So like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment if this is your scenario. And I guess I didn't speak in the last row to career. I would say that like kind of going into your independence and taking tangible steps forward will kind of relieve some of this mental activity that you've had kind of weighing you down in the past. I think you've done so much to manifest by dreaming about it and thinking about it, and specifically because while doing so you were bringing your emotion into it, and now it's time to take action. And I feel like something comes through, if it hasn't already, because this is in the present. If it hasn't already, something's going to come through that puts a stop to the waiting, and suddenly you're moving forward here. So whether that's love or career, I think it's headed in a good direction. I think there's just some uncertainty as you think about it. So I hope to see you in the collective full moon reading. I'll be pulling some additional guidance specific to it being an Aquarius full moon and just the alignments that are coming up that affect everyone. So I hope to see you there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.